So I hunted in the Jolly Festival for 15 hours. Some of the things I found in this hunt are pretty rare, so you're gonna want to stay tuned to the end to see them all. Whoa! So guys, over a week ago, Loomian Legacy added in their Christmas event into the game finally. This is a reskin of the Uhnne Fair, of course, and they added about 6 new Loomians that you can hunt for in the grass. That being Mask, Leopaw, Coyote, Holiday Volpup, the new Icicle pattern forms, and of course, Holiday Nevermare. So with all these new Loomians, you already knew I had to go hunting in this event, so that's exactly what I did. It was confirmed that there is a part 2 to this event coming very soon. I did not hunt during part 2, obviously. So if you guys are watching this in the future, do not expect any of the Christmas part 2 Loomians in this hunt. But with all that being said, let's get right into it. Starting off this hunt, we have a Glaciadia, followed by an Alpha Christmas Kratal. I wonder how many of these we're gonna find this hunt. Probably a lot. But then we found ourselves an Elephase, followed by an Alpha Kabunga. Again, we're gonna be seeing a lot of these. Then we see a Mask right here, followed by a Holiday Volpup. Okay, I am gonna be catching all these Volpups, and they are pretty cool reskinned Loomians. So, you know, they're not coming back, so I might as well take it. And then we find ourselves another Mask, followed by a Celesting. Dude, I want to find a Gamma Celesting, as well as a Gamma Mask. So hopefully I find one of those in this hunt, but probably not, but we'll have to see. But then we find ourselves another Holiday Volpup, followed by an Alpha Pyramid. What? In the first hour of the hunt, too, we already found something pretty rare, you know? That's a pretty good sign. It's gonna be a good hunt. But then a normal Pyramid, followed by another Alpha Christmas Kratal, and then another Mask, and then a Holiday Volpup, then a Wobbleisk right here, followed by a Celesting, and then another Celesting, but then a green patterned Icicle. Okay, yeah, I'll be catching all these as well. Then an Alpha Christmas Kratal, and then a Pyramid, and then a Dusky right here, and then a Mask, but back to back with that Mask was an Uhnne. Okay, and then another Glaciadia, and then we find ourselves another Mask, followed by another Mask, and then a Pyramid, then an Alpha Christmas Kratal, then there is a Wobbleisk, and then an Oculos, and then a Protagon, and then an Alpha Kabunga, followed by Pyramid, and then Alpha Christmas Kratal, and then Alpha Kabunga, and then a red patterned Icicle, and then a Pyramid, and then a corrupted Christmas Kratal. I think this is the first corrupt, so I'll take the free shard. Then a Mask right here, then a Holiday Volpup, and then another Mask, and then our very first Holiday Nevermare. I'll be catching these because they're not really that bad. They're like 1 of 500 chance. Then an Alpha Christmas Kratal, followed by another Holiday Nevermare, and then a Celesting, and then another Celesting, and then another corrupt Christmas Kratal, and then an Alpha Christmas Kratal, and then a Celesting, and then a Holiday Volpup, followed by an Alpha Kabunga right here, and then a Mask, and then another Holiday Volpup, and then an Alpha Leopaw right here. Okay, I mean, it's new, so it's kind of cool, but also you can just rally, so I'll take a Gamma of this, I suppose. But then a green pattern Icicle, followed by a Mask, and then a Volpup, and then an Uhnne, and then another Volpup, and then a Wobbleisk, and then Oculos, and then a blue pattern Icicle, followed by Volpup, and then Protagon, then an Alpha Christmas Kratal, then a Holiday Nevermare, and then a corrupted Missile Bud. Okay, man, that kind of sucks, but I already have a couple Gamma Missile Buds, so this doesn't hurt too bad. But then a Dusky, and then a corrupt Snell. This one kind of does hurt, because I want to get a Gamma Snell someday, so game, if you give me this as Gamma instead of corrupt, that'd be great. But then we find out a Wobbleisk, and then another Wobbleisk, and then Alpha Christmas Kratal, and then an orange pattern Icicle. What? Okay, my throat kind of hurt from that, but then after that, a Dusket, okay. Then a red pattern Icicle, and then a Mutagon, then Alpha Christmas Kratal, and then another Alpha Christmas Kratal. Dude, I'm still sort of surprised about the Gamma Wobbleisk right there. I don't know if we'll be finding anything better than that in this hunt. But then we find ourselves a Holiday Nevermare, followed by a Celestia. Actually, that was back to back with the Nevermare, just gonna let you guys know. And then a corrupted Christmas Kratal, and then a Glaciadia, and then a corrupt Kabunga, back to back with an Alpha Christmas Kratal, followed by another Christmas Kratal as Alpha, then a Protagon, then a Pyramid, then Arceros, and then a Gamma Leopold. Let's go. I said I wanted this earlier, so hey, you know, I'll take it. And then a Kabunga as Alpha right here, followed by Celesting, then an Arceros, and then a corrupted Kabunga, and then a Uhnne, then a corrupt Christmas Kratal, followed by Mask, and then Kabunga, and then a Holiday Nevermare, and then a Wobbleisk, then Alpha Christmas Kratal, and then another Wobbleisk, and then a corrupted Christmas Kratal, and then a Gamma Christmas Kratal. I think this is my second Gamma in the whole hunt. The first one being the Wobbleisk, of course. It's kind of weird that we're like 8 hours into the hunt and only 2 Gammas, but whatever. But then we find ourselves an Arceros, and then a Holiday Volpup, and then another Arceros. I feel like I'm finding so many Arceros in this hunt, surprisingly. Like, you wouldn't expect me to find so many of these. It's just a normal story roam, but maybe I'll get a Gamma one. But then a red pattern Icicle, and then a Celesting, and then an Alpha Snell. Game, if you want to give me Gamma, that'd be great. But then a Celesting, and then a Gamma Christmas Kratal, and then a Mutagon, then Alpha Klep, Reptike, then Alpha Kratal, and then Celesting, and then a Meemask, and then a Holiday Vulpip. Back to back with that Vulpip with a Glaciadia, and then another Holiday Vulpip, and then another Glaciadia. Same with Arthros. I'm finding a lot of Glaciadias as well. Atlantean Part 2 Roamer luck is kind of weird right now. And then a Pyramine, then a Gamma Kratal, then a Holiday Vulpip, and then another Holiday Vulpip, but I accidentally ran from this one. It feels like every single hunt I either accidentally kill or run from something I'm not supposed to run from because I wanted to catch it, but whatever, it's not a big deal. But then a Meemask, then a Pyramine, then an Alpha Kratal, and now we have finally hunted for 10 hours. Let's go, but we still got 5 hours left to go, and let's start that off with a red pattern icicle. Back to back with a Wobblisk. You know, I don't need any more Wobblisk since I have a Gamma one, and I also traded for a Gamma one last year, so game, give me any other roamer besides Wobblisk, since I don't need this anymore. But wait, back to back with that Wobblisk was a Meemask, so that's kind of strange, but then we found ourselves another Meemask, and then our very first Roam Dakuda right here. Back to back with that Dakuda was a Christmas Kratal. But then back to back with that with another Dakuda? Like, we're finding lots of back to backs right now, and we found 2 Dakudas, 2 encounters apart. My first 2 in the whole hunt. Okay. But then a Wobblisk, and then a Vulpip Holiday, but then we found a Celesting, 5 before my pity. Kind of sad because I want a Gamma of this, but it was just an Alpha Kratal anyways, so who cares? But then we found ourselves a Nevermare, which took a long time to catch, mind you. I catch all of the Holiday Nevermares, and I am glad I have all these pumpkin discs, but even with all those discs, this thing wouldn't get caught for like 10 minutes. It sucked. It wasted a lot of my boost, but okay. But then we found ourselves a Meemask, followed by a Holiday Vulpip, and then another Meemask, and then a Pyramine, then another Meemask, and then Alpha Kratal on pity. It feels like 90% of my pities are Gleam Kratals. Like, I know I don't tell you guys which encounters are pity, but I'm just gonna tell you guys now, nearly all of my pities have just been Alpha Kratals. But then a Meemask, and then another Meemask, and then another Meemask. If you couldn't tell, Meemask has its own encounter table, so you find a lot more Meemasks than normal. But then a Holiday Nevermare, and then another Meemask, and then a Celesting, and then a Meemask, and then an Alpha Kratal. Wouldn't you guess it? It's from pity. And then another Meemask, and then another Alpha. No, bro, give me Gamma of this, please! And then Pyramide, and then Holiday Vulpip, and then Meemask, and then Alpha Kratal, then Corrupt Kratal, and then Elephase. You know, I'll take a Gamma Elephase. Then Alpha Kratal, then Celesting, then Alpha Kratal, and then a Corrupt Vulpip. Holiday. Okay, that's sad. And then Alpha Kratal, and then Orange Pattern Icicle, and then Arthros, and Protagon, then a Meemask, and then a Glaciadia, then a Wobblisk. That's a lot of roams back to back, but, well, they weren't back to back, like literally, but you know what I mean. But then an Alpha Kabunga, and then a Wobblisk, and a Meemask, and a Holiday Nevermare. On to the final hour into the hunt, we found ourselves a Pyramide, and then an Arthros. Can't wait for this Alpha Kratal. Never mind. Right after that pretty nice encounter was a Holiday Vulpip, and then another Holiday Vulpip, and then another Holiday Vulpip. Bro, give me Alpha or Gamma of this, please. And then a Holiday Nevermare, and then an Elephase, and then an Akalos, and then Dakuda, then an Alpha Snell. You don't gotta give me these anymore. But my final encounter is a Wobblisk. And you thought that Wobblisk with the final encounter? No, I meant this Wobblisk with the final encounter. Man, I really got you. Wasn't that funny, guys? Man. But yeah, guys, that is my 15 hours in the Jolly Village. I did find a lot of pretty cool Loomians, some a lot rarer than others, of course. I always have some pretty interesting luck during the Christmas event, and I did end up finding some Loomians I actually wanted to find, so I'm pretty happy. If you want to know the numbers of all the rare Loomians I found, I got 36 Alphas, 6 Gammas, 12 Corrupts, 97 Roamers, 12 Pyramines, 21 Holiday Vulpips, 9 Pattern Icicles, and 9 Holiday Nevermares. And the rarest encounters I found were my Gamma Wobblisk, my Alpha Pyramine, my Gamma Snell, Gamma Leopard, and Corrupted Holiday Vulpip. And obviously, the rarest thing I did end up finding in this hunt is my Gamma Wobblisk, which is all the way over there for some reason. Yeah, it's pretty nice that I did end up finding a Gamma Roamer in this event, since I did not find any Gamma Roamers in the Halloween event, even though I feel like I did get a little bit less luck in the Christmas event than the Halloween event. There's also a lot more things you could hunt for in the Halloween event, but, you know, that might end up changing in the part 2 of the Christmas event, and maybe you can start finding some rare stuff, but in just part 1, there's not as much stuff as Halloween. But I will say I'm really happy I got a Gamma Snell, since I've wanted to get this since like last year in the last Christmas event. I didn't end up finding one, so yeah, I actually did end up finding one this year, so maybe I'll end up evolving this. I'm not too sure. Let me know in the comments if I should evolve this. I probably will, to be honest, since you can only evolve it in the Christmas event, but I'm not too sure. We'll have to see. Yeah, guys, that's about it to this video, so I guess I'll catch you guys later.